Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Apple report for Wednesday, November 15th, 2023.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's look at the charts. One of the first charts I actually want to show you is this one. Just a reminder that in my opinion, my humble opinion, you should be a subscriber of wickedstocks.com. This was a buy signal 2 weeks ago. This is a weekly chart in the Triple Q. A similar structural buy signal occurred a week earlier in the SPY, the S&P 500. So we've had broader market buy signals over the last few weeks in both the two most active ETFs, the two most active stock entities really in the world, the Triple Q and the SPY. So, check out wickedstocks.com. We got that 5-day free trial. You just might want to become a subscriber. That'll get you in tune with broader market developments. On with the charts. Just a reminder that long-term support in the 160s, 165.23 to 166.65. We settled above it in May, set off a long-term buy signal. We fell back to it 2 or 3 times over the last couple of months. It's held nicely above the mid-160s, expecting the 231.11 rising channel top as a one-year objective. And I'd mentioned could be sooner if we close sooner than later above the 185.93 descending channel top. We are clearly above this structure now. We did actually close above it. A couple, 2-3 days ago, we closed above it, back below it, now firmly above it, 185.21. So what is that? 185.21 on the daily chart is 185.93 on the weekly chart as shown a moment ago. This is, the early stages, in my opinion, of a secondary buy signal. Primarily was when we tested the mid-160s long-term support, just about 3 weeks ago in the 165.23 to 166.65 region. So, at the time I'd mentioned reaching for 185 or 190 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least several months, or perhaps 230, 250 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a year. And if we close this week, Friday, above 185.93, and that should be by a 1% margin. We will give you that number on Friday. You can do the math yourself. It's quite easy. Then we could see 231.11 by the end of Q1 is a possibility. We could see another move similar to the January low from earlier this year to the July high. We are well underway already, so this could be a 3 to 5 month play, perhaps. So if we close this week, Friday, above 185.93, I think you should anticipate, I do have a couple quick targets here. We have the 198.23 July 23 high. This is still a weekly chart. I would call this, under most circumstances, this would be a 3 to 5 week target. But look at what we've done in the last 3 weeks. This could easily be inside of 2 to 3 weeks, 198.23. You can see that up here. On the way up, and I might as well get to that right now, we do have these red lines. So we have the September high of 189.98. We also have this gap that is yet to be filled, that is 190.69. This area is in reach perhaps today, if we push or open today above 187.73. That is an intraday resistance area. Now, yesterday's high was 188.11. You might wait for pushing through 188.11, but I do think if we push or open today above 187.73, this 189.98 to 190.69 area is in reach today, where a daily high can be placed. We just might top out here through the rest of the week and fall back into the mid 180s again. So now I'm talking to 3 to 5 day swing traders. despite the fact that we have a meaningful buy signal both on a 2 to 3 week basis and kind of a well into next year basis, as shown at the top of this video, you might play both sides of the market on the way up. The next sell signal, or the next sell opportunity, I should say, through the rest of the week and into next could be the 189.98 to 190.69 area. I say could be instead of should be because of the buy signal that is in play now, clearly above 185.21, and on the weekly chart that comes in at 185.93. So all I'm really saying is, be careful up here. I think it's a great area to take some profits if you're long now. Playing the short side, no problem there. Just know that if we push through 190.69, we could quite easily test 192.65 on an intraday basis, and then closing today or any day above 190.69, which is this gap closer, should then yield within a week or two this 198.23 July high. That's probably a full week after closing above 190.69, but could take a couple of weeks. I consider this a 2 to 3 week target anyway at 198.23 presently, holding above 185.21 to 185.93. Now downside today, if we open below 187.73, the market could ease back into the 185 handle. 185.21 is once again preceded by 185.93, where we could bottom out through the rest of the week, possibly the rest of the year. And if we close Friday once again above 185.93 by that 1% margin, 198.23 expected over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And as I outlined earlier, by the end of Q2, by the middle of next year or sooner. And this once again could be a 3 to 5 month play to 231.11, which has been an objective anyway since the May buy signal above 165.23 to 166.65. Now, in terms of the downside, we do have 185.21, and that is part of that range of support now that we are clearly above. But if we do, and I'm just going to say close below 185.21, good high for the week, we should by Friday's close fall to 182.08, which is this channel top. But I will say that if we settle today below 185.21, I see a 3 to 5 day, 1 to 2 week sell signal depending on volatility down to 180 even. 180 even remains a 3-star support level, able to contain selling on a weekly basis. So if we close today below 185.21, good high for the week, by the end of next week, I would expect 180 even. 181 even, able to contain weekly selling pressures. We could come off of here back up into the mid 180s or higher. In other words, in terms of will we retest the mid 160s anytime over the next month or two, the answer for me is yes if we close below 180. That is our downward pivot point into December. Until then, we are bullish above 185.21. And that's added to 185.93, the same formation on the weekly chart, and we turn bearish into December below 180. If we close below 185.21, yeah, that's a short-term, kind of a 3 to 5 day sell signal, but in terms of the 2 to 3 week dynamic, it's a little murky, because I think you can then buy 180 again over the 2 to 3 week, 3 to 5 week time horizon. And once again, closing below 180 would indicate, I think, a good high through the rest of the year. The following 2 to 3 weeks then likely to retest the 172.17 speed line, and by the end of the year, by the end of December, we could unravel all the way back into the mid 160s again, where a buy opportunity would present once again well into next year. Holding above the, that's the triple Q. No, that's Apple. Sorry, different chart altogether. Holding above the mid 160s. I've been mentioning the 185.93 formation as a 1 to 2 month target. We tested it in about 3 weeks. And the 231.11 formation considered in reach by this time next year or sooner. And I've been mentioning possibly within 3 to 5 months if we settle any week above 185.93. Today's Wednesday. Couple more days from now on Friday, if we close above 185.93 by a full 1% margin, I'm then anticipating 231.11 by the middle of 24 or sooner, possibly within 3 to 5 months. Anything beyond what I've already said would be a repeat, so I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Make yourself available to the broader market analysis, the Triple Q and the SPY. Not only big picture, but day trading opportunities as well for both of those entities. That's all I've got for Wednesday's Apple report. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursdays. You have a great day.